whispering, a voice calling me forward again. There were moments when I felt forgotten, when my dreams lay silent under the weight of fear and unanswered prayers. I wondered if I had missed my time, if the vision planted inside me was fading into the background of life's noise. I carried doubts that felt like heavy stones, pressing down on every step, pulling me away from who I was meant to become. But even in the quietest nights, a gentle echo kept returning, a reminder that purpose never dies, it waits. And then that echo grew stronger, like heaven itself calling me by name.
Purpose calling my name,
lifting me again.
purpose calling my name,
Breaking every chain,
purpose calling my name,
flowing through my veins. God awakens destiny, and nothing stays the same. Now I walk with renewed conviction, feeling the pull of God's hand on my spirit, guiding me toward the place I was always created to stand. The confusion that once blinded me begins to clear like fog at sunrise. The fear that once froze me melts away under the warmth of His promise. And every breath reminds me that the calling isn't behind me, it's ahead, waiting for my obedience. Speak to me, Lord, and I will follow your voice. Open my heart to the path you shaped before I was born. The Lord is my guide. The Lord is my guide. Yeah.
purpose calling my name,
Lifting me again,
purpose calling my name,
breaking every chain,
purpose calling my name,
flowing through my veins. God awakens destiny, and nothing stays the same.
I rise, I rise, because you call my name. I rise, I rise,
Because you call my name. Your purpose lives in me. Oh, yeah. I've lived through days where doubt felt louder than hope, where my reflection looked like a stranger, trying to remember who they used to be. I questioned the dreams God planted in my spirit, wondering if I was strong enough, worthy enough, ready enough to carry them. Life pressed hard on my shoulders, and fear tried to rewrite the story heaven wrote for me. But even in the heaviness, something unbreakable stirred, a voice deeper than fear, a reminder that the calling in me was never an accident. And suddenly, clarity unfolded, like God whispering, you were made for this moment. I was made for this, for purpose, light and truth. I was made for this, God shaping me through proof. I was made for this, my spirit finally moves. Heaven wrote my destiny. settle into the places where fear once lived. The steps I take may tremble, but they're guided by a God whose plans never fail. I see the path forming beneath my feet, not all at once, but enough to trust the journey. Every storm trained me, every tear prepared me, and every delay shaped me for the very thing I was created to rise into. Oh, lead me, Lord. Lord, I will stand where you call. Let courage fill my bones and fire fill my soul. It renews my strength.
He renews my strength.
I was made for this, for purpose, light and true. I was made for this, God shaping me through proof. I was made for this, my spirit finally moves. Heaven wrote my destiny, and now I walk in proof.
I rise,
I rise,
I
oh, I rise. Say because I'm made for this. Born for this moment, guided by His hand. I step forward today on the road heaven carved for my feet. I've walked through seasons where I felt directionless, where every turn led me into doubt, and every silence made me wonder if God still held a plan for me. I watched dreams fall apart in my hands. I watched fear cloud the horizon I once believed in, and I carried the weight of questions that pressed hard against my spirit. But even when I couldn't see the way, I felt a gentle pull, a guidance deeper than sight, a map written in my soul, a reminder that my journey was never mine alone. And in the path lit up beneath me, as if heaven whispered, this is the road I built for you, the road God built for me.
shines with destiny,
The road God built for me,
filled with clarity,
the road God built for me,
where my purpose breathes.
I walk by faith alone, for He goes before me. Now every step feels sacred, not because I know the whole story, but because I trust the author of my day. I feel courage rising where fear used to live. I feel peace stretching across the places that once held confusion. The doors that didn't open no longer intimidate me. They redirect me into the places heaven designed. And with every breath, I grow more certain that I am exactly where God wants me to be. Walking the path crafted by the one who knows my end from my beginning. Guide me, Lord. I will follow the steps you set. Lead me through the shadows. Your light is my compass. The Lord is my guide. The Lord is my guide. The road God built for me, me.
Where my purpose breathes.
I walk by
Take
the
it long,
for He goes before me. I walk the road you made for me. And the path glows beneath my feet. Inside me, calling me forward through the night. I've walked through seasons where my steps felt uncertain, where the darkness whispered louder than my hope, where the road ahead seemed hidden behind fear and delay. I carried questions that weighed heavy on my chest, wondering if God still had a place for me, wondering if the flame in my spirit had burned too low to rise again. But even in the silence, something sacred moved, a glow beneath the ashes, a reminder that heaven's fire never truly fades. And then I felt it warm in my heart, spreading through my soul like dawn, breaking open, calling me to trust again. The fire that leads me shines where I can't see. The fire that leads me burns fear out of me. The fire that leads me lights my destiny. God's holy flame goes before me endlessly. Gentle spark that survived every storm. I feel courage rising with each step I take. I feel His presence guiding me through shadows that once terrified my spirit. The fire doesn't rush me, it shapes me, it teaches me, it whispers truth into the places that forgot how to believe. And now I move with a steady heart, knowing that wherever the flame goes, my purpose follows. Lead me with your fire, Lord, let it burn a path through doubt. Let your light surround my steps and make my spirit strong. He renews my strength, He renews my strength.
The fire that leads me shines where I can't see. The fire that leads me burns fear out of me. The fire that leads me lights my destiny. God's holy flame goes before me endlessly. Oh,
I follow where your fire calls me. Your flame lights every step. There's something ancient waking in me, a fire I can't ignore. I've carried seasons of silence inside my chest, times when I doubted every dream I ever held, times when the road ahead felt blurred and the weight of uncertainty uncertainty pressed hard on my back. I questioned if God still remembered the plans He whispered, if the vision I once saw in prayer was still alive somewhere behind the storms. But even in the heaviness, something holy kept pulsing, like a heartbeat from heaven, reminding me that destiny is not fragile. It survives every night I thought would break me. Then suddenly I felt it, a rising strength moving through me, calling me back to who I'm meant to be. There's destiny in my bones, I feel it coming alive. There's purpose in my breath, heaven keeps me alive. There's fire in my steps, no darkness can deny. God wrote greatness in my bones. I didn't have before, the kind that comes when God whispers your name, and everything inside you stands to attention. I feel clarity washing over my doubts, I feel courage lifting every memory of fear, and the pieces of my life start forming a path that finally makes sense in the light. What tried to silence me now fuels me, what tried to stop me now sharpens me, and every breath becomes a step toward the future heaven prepared. Breathe in me, Lord, let your fire shape my way. Awaken every calling that was buried beneath the pain. The Lord is my strength, the Lord is my strength. There's destiny in my bones, I feel it coming alive. Like a door opening in the light. I've had days where hope felt distant, where my steps were slow, and my heart carried the weight of dreams delayed. I wondered if the promises spoken over my life were still alive somewhere, or if they faded in the noise of my doubts. Walk through quiet storms, trying to hold on to the whispers of destiny, even when everything around me felt uncertain. But deep inside, beneath every fear, a gentle voice kept rising, a reminder that what God starts, God finishes. And suddenly the air shifted, and the promise I thought was lost began to breathe again. I walk into the promise, step by step in faith. I walk into the promise, heaven clears the way. I walk into the promise, nothing can delay what God has written over me today. Now I see the road ahead with new eyes, not because it's easy, but because I know who holds the ending. I feel courage waking up inside me, stronger place of trust. Everything that once broke me now becomes part of what builds me. Every silence becomes preparation. Every delay becomes direction. And I walk forward knowing that the promise isn't just a destination. It's a journey. God walks with me. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Guide me, Lord. Let my heart follow your voice. Lead me to the place where your promise meets my obedience. He renews my strength. Renews my strength. Into the promise. Step by step in faith, I walk into the promise. Heaven clears the way. I walk into the promise. Nothing can delay what God has written over me today. I walk into the promise.
I'm into the promise. I'm into the promise.
Your promise carries me forward. Quiet shift in the air, like heaven whispering, the road is opening. There were seasons when every step felt heavy, when I stood in front of closed doors and wondered if any of them were ever meant for me. I carried the ache of unanswered prayers, feeling lost between what I hoped for and what I held in my hands. Sometimes I questioned if I was strong enough, if I was chosen at all, if the dreams in my heart were just echoes fading into silence. But even in the stillness, something holy moved, a presence gently turning my eyes toward a future I couldn't see yet. And in that moment, I felt the shift, like the heavens opening just enough for light to spill onto my feet. Heaven opens my path, step by step I rise. Heaven opens my path, no darkness can disguise. Heaven opens my path, God's hand is my guide. Wherever He leads me, I walk in His light. Now I move with quiet confidence, not because I know the whole road, but because I trust the one who walks before me. I feel clarity returning like sunrise after a long night. I feel hope dancing in places grief once lived. The doubts that held me are breaking, the fear that shaped me is fading, and the voice of God grows louder than every worry I ever carried. Each step becomes sacred, each breath becomes purpose, and I finally see that the path was always opening. I just needed the eyes to notice. Lead me, Lord, open every door aligned with your promise. Guide me through the shadows and I will follow your light. The Lord is my guide. The Lord is my guide. The Lord is my guide. Oh, heaven opens my path. Step by step I rise. stirring deep inside, a quiet voice saying you were made for more. I've walked through days where my spirit felt small, where doubt built walls around my dreams, and fear tried to convince me that greatness was meant for everyone else but me. I carried the weight of unanswered prayers, wondering if heaven still remembered what it whispered over my life long ago. Sometimes I felt invisible even to myself, like the light in me had dimmed beyond repair. But still beneath the ashes, something refused to die, a flame waiting for its moment to rise again. And in the silence, God breathed on that flame, and suddenly I remembered who I am. I was born
For greater things,
Heaven said my name.
I was born for greater things.
I won't stay the same. I was born
For greater things,
God ignites my flame. My destiny is rising.
rising through the pain.
Now the road ahead feels different, not because it's easy, but because I'm no longer walking with fear as my guide. I feel strength gathering in the places that once broke. I feel vision returning to the eyes that once cried. Oh, what tried to stop me only prepared me. What tried to silence me only sharpened the voice inside. And now I step forward knowing that God doesn't call the qualified, He qualifies the ones He calls. Breathe on my purpose, Lord, let it rise like fire in the night. Speak to my destiny and I will walk wherever you shine. He renews my strength.
He renews my strength.
I was born. Heaven said my name.
For greater things,
I won't stay the same. I was born.
for greater things,
God ignites my flame. My destiny is rising.
rising through the pain.
I was born for greater things. The greater calling lives in me. The greater calling lives in me. Da, 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 da. Oh, somewhere in the quiet, I hear a gentle calling, a light searching for my heart again. I spent years walking through dim seasons, trying to understand why my spirit felt heavy, why my dreams lost their color, why my voice trembled every time I tried to rise. I carried invisible storms inside me, storms that no one else could see, storms that whispered lies about my worth and tried to bury the fire God placed within me. And yet even in the coldest nights, a faint glow kept reaching toward me, a reminder that heaven had not forgotten my soul. And in that glow, something shifted. A whisper turned into a promise, and the promise turned into light calling my name. I'm called by the light, pulled out of the shadows. I'm called by the light into the future God holds. I'm called by the light. Every step is guided. The darkness fades away. heaven knows my role. Walk with eyes wide open, feeling the breath of God in my direction, feeling courage settle into my bones like sunrise after years of rain. What once confused me now feels sacred. What once scared me now feels like destiny unfolding. I'm learning that His timing is not delayed. It's preparation, that every closed door was a redirection, and every silence was shaping me for the purpose only I could carry. Shine on me, Lord, let your light reveal the path, guide my heart, and I will follow every spark of your promise. The Lord is my light, the Lord is my light. I'm called by the light, pulled out of the shadows. I'm called by the light into the future God holds. I'm called by the light, every step is guided, the darkness fades away, 'cause heaven knows my role. Quiet voice wakes inside me, rising like morning light over the hills. A whisper saying, you were never lost, you were becoming. I walk through seasons where my dreams felt distant, like shadows fading on a long forgotten road. I carry questions in my chest, wondering if heaven still remembered my name, wondering if there was still a place for me in the promise. I once believed so fiercely, some nights I felt the weight of silence pressing on my spirit, as if the world had closed every door. But deep beneath the doubt, something small kept burning, a spark refusing to die, a light refusing to dim. But then the whisper grew stronger, brighter, louder,
calling me out of the fall,
calling me into who I always was. Rise into your purpose, rise into the light. Heaven opens pathways that no darkness can hide. Rise into your purpose, you were born to shine. God is leading every heartbeat, every step, every line. I'm learning to trust the road I cannot see, to follow the fire God places in my bones. What once felt blurry now glows with divine clarity, like the horizon breaking open after years of storm. I feel courage waking up inside me again, pushing through the fear, lifting me higher than my doubts ever could. And now I walk with steady feet, knowing that the same God who called me is the God who sustains me, and the God who will finish what He started. Lead me, Lord, I will follow the flame you light. Open the doors meant for me, guide my steps into destiny. He renews my strength, He renews my strength. Rise into your purpose, rise into the light. Heaven opens paths pathways that no darkness can hide. Rise into your purpose, you were born to shine. God is leading every heartbeat, every step, every line. Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again, into your purpose divine. Rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again, rise again, into your purpose divine. Rise again. My purpose rises with the morning light.